Hello, this is Sophie Lawson from sophielawson.com, and this is another Click Look video where we quickly look at various art books and magazines. And little Penny the Piggy's with us, and she's going to help us look at issue 110 for July 2014 of the ImagineFX magazine. Excited for this because we're looking at myths and legends. I've actually got a book by Joseph Campbell called The Hero with a Thousand Faces. I love myths and legends, so I'm excited for this. But in terms of the cover, I absolutely love the colours. Light blue with gold has always been one of my favourite colour combinations, especially with a bit of white in there. But I will say, it's probably, well, it's not my favourite cover. My favourite cover is still one of these two. I'm still undecided. But I love these two covers here. But in terms of the actual issue, this could well be one of my favourites. I say that a lot, but I do mean it. So this one here, July 2014, iPad Workshop, Concept 3D Shading Techniques. Look how cool it looks with the colours. White and gold with a bit of blue. She's a beautiful character, isn't she? And a really nice pose. I love that outfit as well. It's quite nice. So let's get into this one. Little Penny's going to let us in. And there she is. Our favourite little Claire. Such a shame that she leaves in the future, but I suppose everything changes. Well, there's not as much myths going on here. I don't know if they've lied to us. I was hoping for more mythical things. These are the videos. We don't look at the videos no more. But this is the FX Pose bit. What I like about this is you get a mix of styles and subject matter, which I've always found cool. I like this one. I like her, but look at that pose. Look at the pose in her leg, look. We've got sort of like a fun sort of innocence about her, she has, because of that pose, I think. And that, I like that pose as well. These remind me of Final Fantasy. There's a character called Vanille, who was my actual favourite character. Very much like her, she is. Sort of like, sort of childlike, I suppose, the posing. These are beautiful, these are. Look at that for an image. Look, his wings, he's got wings. Look, see what I mean? Look how different all of these styles are and that. I'd look into this artist. Oh yeah, look at this. See, that's cool. For me, that's brilliant. Oh, I love that. Frankie Perez. Cool name as well. So I'd like to look and see what they're doing, because this issue is from 7 years ago. So I wonder what they're doing now. That's what I always wondered at. That's nice. It's a bit like Turrican. There's an old game in the 90s and 80s called Turrican. School's out. Hey, look. There's a dragon under there. Or some sort of creature. This is our art studio. What a very strange art studio. It's a bit sort of like a detective's office. I couldn't imagine doing my artwork in there. It's weird, isn't it, how different everyone's art studios are. Some people like a lot of craziness and clutter, and then some people like emptiness. Artists Q&A. Nice shapes there. Cool as well. How should I paint feathers that are muddy? the Art of Claire Wendling. Love it. Yeah, look at this one here, look. What a lovely little character she is. She's painting them, I think. Yeah, look, they're going to look after her now. Yeah, I'm going to look into this artist. Claire Wendling. Vital statistics. 46 years. So she's going to be about 50 now. I feel like she's letting her inner child come out in this artwork. Myths and legends. The origins of fantasy. Look at that. Some sort of fish snake thing. I had a mad lucid dream the other day. No, it wasn't. Was it? Well, it was a sort of semi-half lucid, not lucid really, sort of lucid. And what I saw was a fish in the sky. It was as if the sky was water. Now what's weird is I listened to a podcast yesterday, and he said in that podcast he was talking about a documentary about the flat earth or something. The forgotten history of the flat earth it's called, something like that. Now I haven't watched it yet, I'm going to watch it, but he said in that, he said that the water is above us. And I thought it was quite weird how that made me remember that dream. I love this section of the... They've had some really beautiful articles this year. You can tell they put a lot of love into these articles. That's what I'm noticing. This is a sketchbook of Andrés, Cruz, Barrera. Fan art. We like fan art. See, I like that. I like the way that's going like that. You can sort of feel the sliciness of that sword. Hey, I sketched that once before. I always like it when I see a piece of artwork that I've sketched, because you know, I do like this one. Yeah, bring a Greek goddess to life. Lead the viewer around your art. Yeah, it's almost like you are what is it? It's like you're manipulating the viewer with your artwork. Create a grand underwater city. That'll be us soon, under the water. Create a path. Use a path to create 3D shapes. Oh, I love this. Look at him, look. Mark Behm. Paint a mythical beast on an iPad. You got your reference. That is brilliant. Yeah, because he looks believable, but yet fantasy. Silhouettes. Oh yeah, dark fantasy. I've got an art book all about that, dark fantasy. So that'll be next week. We'll be looking at that next week. Dark fantasy special. Depict an imposing sea god. Oh, look at this. That is amazing, look. Imagine being out at sea in a boat and that coming out of the water. Mad, wouldn't it? Do you think the Loch Ness Monster and stuff is actually really in the water? Do you think there is like big, massive, undiscovered sea creatures deep in the ocean? Do you reckon there is? Maybe they can't actually come up to... You know how like humans can't go too low because they the pressure makes your head pop or something? Well, there must be creatures on the bottom of the ocean who are actually unable to go certain high because they might pop. So there might be creatures that we can't get to and that they can't get to us. So we might never actually be able to see them unless you sent a robot or something. But then it gets so dark down there. But But there must be, oh look, 100 illustrators. That'd be interesting. 5 out of 5. Publisher is Taschen. I've never heard of them before. Oh, Yeeves. The artwork. I've got some of those on the, what's it called? On the Vita. PlayStation Vita. Yeeves. Jeeves. I've forgotten how to say that. I used to be able to say that, but I can't pronounce it anymore. Conan the Conqueror. Part 1. Fantasy. Yeah, I love this bit. That's cool, isn't it? Graphite. It's all done with pencils, that. Oh, it's brilliant. These are done with oil. Look at that. That is so amazing. Going out to Ireland. I was talking to my mum about this the other day. It'd be nice to go to Ireland. Top of the morning too, yeah. I'd like to go to Ireland so I would, you know, just have a look and see what it's like down there. I've got a feeling Ireland is a bit like Cornwall. So I live in Plymouth, which is right next to Cornwall, and we have lots of like countryside down here. I imagine we have a lot of countryside down here where you see a lot of tractors driving their tractors around there. Well, you'd imagine it's a lot like that in Ireland. It'd be nice, wouldn't it? It'd be nice to drive your tractor. Imagine if you drove your tractor from Cornwall all the way to Ireland. You could have like a race. What if they do tractor racing? That'd be quite mad. Tractor racing. How to draw and shade in 3D. And we got that thing again. First impressions. Boing. That's another issue done. Blah, blah, blah. I don't feel like there was enough myths and stuff in there, but I will say actually that article is so cool that I feel like actually, look how big this article is. And a lot of the articles were, a lot of the workshops were actually mythical things. Oh yeah, look, I love that. Let's have a look at next week's. Next week we're going to look at this, look. Boing. Now that's cool, isn't it? That is actually, that, well, we have to find out next week if that's my favourite cover. But I will say, I love that. I'll tell you something, the 2014 issues of ImagineFX, the covers have been like, I would say 9 out of 10s all the time. So it's been quite hard to pick my favourites this year because they've all been amazing. But I hope you enjoyed this one here, which was the Myth and Legend special. And if you come back next week, we'll be looking at this one, Dark Fantasy. See you later for another one. A little tail.